in spite of this, we're going to probably end this portion of the video by getting to that, we're gonna get to, let's see, can I actually get Cuckoo again? Unless I have to warp him using the stables, but that's fine. Come on, Cuckoo! Yay, you're not glitched anymore. Come on, Cuckoo! We must ride! Ride to victory! We must get to the stables. Yeah, there's one shrine left there too, and we'll call it that a part of the video there. Do 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 do. Ow! Sorry, Cuckoo. Did not mean to harm you. Did not mean in the slightest. Well, let's head off this way, shall we? Huzzah! Oh, well, there's... Oh, no! Cuckoo, stop! There's rocks in the way. Well, we're going to have to manipulate using witchcraft to move these rocks aside. Or, just don't care. Climb above, and get Cuckoo to jump warp above it. There we go. Thought that'd be sort of a cliffhanger for the end of the video there, now would it? But no, somehow, these ruins, these Cranian ruins, are gonna drop rocks on us. Pretty sure it's the goblins up there throwing rocks and everything. With that said, we are on our way to getting to the very end of this session. Doesn't feel like we went very far, but still. Again, we had to do a lot of waiting, especially for that. Ooh, oh, no. I see. When I sense a vulnerable wall, I notice it. A chest. I will gladly take said chest. And ruby! Sweet. That's money we're going to sell later. Mm-hmm. And it looks like this is a pretty cool little area coming up. Because it shows, like, some sort of construction area somewhat here. Because it looks like it's some type of quarry of some kind from what the Hylians were doing. Which, again, shows how this world was alive at one point before the Great Calamity basically doomed us all for it. Because it looks like this is all under construction, you know? It's nothing like, it's nothing that doesn't look natural. It does look like this is where they found one of the divine beasts, I want to say, because of how big the area has been excavated from. But it's not very clear where they found a divine beast. I assume they found a divine beast in the regions they found them in. It's just cool. It's just wondering. It would be interesting to see where these all were, because we know one, which was Varuta, but where is that place though? Is probably Varuta was in the desert region, and somehow they moved it. Again, it doesn't make sense in that regard, where they found a divine beast, but they couldn't pilot them until they found the pilots. But they were able to move them into the regions of Death Mountain. Because in Age of Calamity, they say they find the divine beasts in the regions they were in. You know, Zora's Domain and everything. And it's like, that makes no sense to me. Why did I do that? I didn't mean to say this. I need the metallic. We need to use the power of electricity here to power this up. Speaking of electricity, I'd like to know how the Hyrule was able to move the divine beasts without their pilots. They must have known at some point that the divine beasts were in need of pilots, but they didn't know where to find said pilots for, so they must have had at some point or other understood the complications that was. Well, we gotta find pilots for these things. But they must have been filled up to the brink with rock and crud and everything else for that matter. There's no doubt reason, because they were encapsulated in dirt and everything. So I can only imagine that it was probably tricky to get them out of the ground. But getting them to different positions to where they were in the that comes up into this game must have been an undertaking understood, unless the divine beasts were broken in parts. Or they were still like that together. But one thing I'm saying is that, you know, the old king of Hyrule over 10,000 years ago were fearful of these powers, these beasts, and ordered them to be encapsulated in dirt and buried. So, why was it? They obviously saw how it ultimately destroyed Calamity Ganon, or at least the primordial form of Ganondorf before he became Calamity Ganon. And with that end, got fearful of the power could be corrupted in some fashion. It's the only reason why I would think that the Divine Beasts, as well as the Sheikah items, were basically encapsulated in dirt and also hidden underground. Because I'm pretty sure these shrines were built underground. Were not initially underground, but were moved underground. That's my only conclusion that has to be. Because if these Sheikah places were sort of an advanced civilization, there had to be a way. Like I said, there had to be a way for something to get these shrines to work. And again, my theory earlier was saying about these were factories to develop the divine beasts and whatnot, because of the gears, the gizmos, electricity being poured through it. It almost feels like the city, because this had to be a massive city. The Sheikah technology couldn't have just disappeared overnight, unless some type of great calamity at some point was able to corrupt the Guardians in some fashion. But when they saw the Guardians getting corrupted by malice a long time ago, probably about, let's say 9,000 again, because it feels like Calamity Ganon would appear every 1,000 years or so, or how far that goes in this timeline. They must have seen that the original calamity that hit 10,000 years ago probably went without a hitch. But then after that, they saw that the Guardians could technically be corrupted. They had to have somewhat attacked the Guardians. Must have had a corruption in some fashion, but were able to purify it, you know. Because that's my only reasoning behind why they would hide the Divine Beasts and these technology and be fearful for it. Look what I've got, Beetle. I got some jewels to sell. I got some diamonds to sell. I'm going to sell 4 of them. 2,000 rupees? Because again, we need 10,000 rupees, so we might as well start selling our stuff now. Since Zing is here. 7,000 rupees there? Yes, I do. Sapphires. Not all of them. 1,000 rupees a piece from... Oh, I didn't want to... I'll buy anything. Yes, I want you to take these from me, Beetle. Yes. Gotta get our monies up, you know. Some topaz. I'll sell 5 of those. 900 rupees. Because again, 10,000 rupees you're going to need to take out the next last of the fairies. So do what you can to get your money up. And since we're going into a place where it has a lot of jewels in, which means you're probably going to be selling a lot of your junk that you've accumulated over a while. Wow. We're almost there. Alright. I think we're good there. We'll get 10,000 in some time later. But we're going into this desert region now. We're finally here. I know the entire session on Twitch saying into the desert, and we've hardly ever haven't been there yet. But here's something which I don't like about the desert. Okay, I can understand Death Mountain not allowing having your horse go up there because it's an extremely hot place. Much hotter than this place will be, the desert region. But for whatever reason, you cannot ride your horse into this region. It makes no sense whatsoever. The Gerudo Desert Gateway is here at long last. We're finally here in the desert, folks. And I'm wearing the lobster shirt earlier because it has a heat resistance. Because in certain spots, the desert is completely hot, as well as opposite at night, extremely cold. It's probably the only region that has, you know, a sort of a differences in temperature, whatever the time is. So bear that in mind. But we are coming up to our last memory. Yes, there's a memory out here, and it's the last one we have to collect. And it's right up here on the distance. But we're going to have to see a cutscene here pretty soon, which is going to show that the Divine Beast Boris is out here in the distance somewhere. We saw that earlier, and we're going to have to deal with it. Oh, there it is. There's Boris' screech. Out there in the distance. Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. That's our last Divine Beast right there. And the one I would say is probably the closest to a dungeon in terms of size. It does seem, and I always usually leave this one for last because it's better to traverse this place once you have Rivali's Gale attached to you. Just makes it much easier to traverse, in my honest opinion. But it's just out there, just wandering aimlessly. That's no worries, though. Because we're going to be completing the Link's Untitled Memories. Yep, this is last memory right here. Let's recall our last memory. And I will be quiet when the memory starts. I remember this picture. It's right here. And looks no different from 100 years ago. Remembering this. What happened here? That's our last memory! All done! You have found the location of all 12 pictures. Whoa. There we go. Let's go see Impa. But first, I'm going to put down our Traveler's Medallion here. So we can get back here when we get done with that memory quest. Let's go and see Impa. Impa! It's time to see where our true answer to our memories lie. Because it's finally at long last we have found all 12 pieces of the puzzle of our memories together with Zelda. It's time to see what Impa had in store for us from reminding us of these pictures. And I think it's more fitting that we actually wear a rememberable garb that'll make this cutscene a little bit more unique. Come on, where's my armor? There we go. Impa! I remember it all. Everything. I remember everything now. Hope she's not tired out yet. Impa! Impa! Oh. So the sword has been returned to its rightful owner. As I expected you, hero. The sword that seals the darkness is your counterpart. So as long as that blade is at your side, you shall wield enormous power. The princess risked everything for you in that sword. Do not forget that. Do not waste this chance. Ah, that's right. It seems you're doing well in following the princess's words. The spirits of some divine beasts have been appeased, and the powers of evil have weakened. The princess must have sensed this as well. Still, the divine beast Von Laboris remains, the one that was controlled by Urbosa of the Gerudo. Yes, I know. We're gonna get there soon.
Oh.
You should be able to find the general location of any remaining divine beasts on your map. You are the princess's only hope and high rolls as well. You can't turn back now. Follow your heart and seize your destiny. By the way, how are you faring this far? I remember everything, Impa. No. All 12 pictures already? You visited every place? Then I suppose it's time. I'll reveal the location of the final memory. The final memory? Here is what happened. Lady Zelda gave me specific instructions. She asked me to wait to show you this. What's this?
Oh.
This is the final picture. Does it look familiar? From this village, you should be able to get there in a half a day's time. Now go, child. Seek out what Lady Zelda has shown you. We must go find it. What this picture resides is in the Kula region. Let's warp back here, and let's find our final memory. This was sort of a mind blow, to be honest. To think like, oh, you got 12 memories done, and now you got the 13th. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't part of the Sheikah slate. So she must have somehow able to make this picture from the slate after what happened. She took the picture and then headed off to Impa and then to Hyrule Castle to seal Ganon. That's why I would say what happened here. Cuckoo! Come here! Ah, this is the life. Life? I don't know. I'd rather have, civilization back in that regard, please. But let's go find this particular spot on the map. It's not too hard to find. Let's see. I believe it is somewhere around the waters here. Because it's right where a pile of guardians will be residing. Which is roughly around right here. Which is right there. Let's see our final memory, folks. After we kill you. You are just ruining the moment, you cursed goblins. Anything else is gonna mess up with me now? Alright. This is our memory, folks. Our last one. It does feel familiar now. Now I've remembered everything else.
Save yourself. Go. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Run! So he can still be saved?
Princess! Princess, are you all right?
Take Link to the Shrine of Resurrection. If you don't get him there immediately, we are going to lose him forever. Is that clear? So make haste and go. His life is now in your hands.
Huh? I know it all.
Link,
Zelda, I hear you.
Covered all of your memories of us from 100 years ago. I am here, inside Hyrule Castle.
I'll get there soon, Zelda.
It is now time for you to defeat Ganon.
Oh, I like that. Closing the fist there. Shows his determination. Captured memories is finally done and dusted. We have now the guaranteed real ending to to this game now. Nothing more, nothing less. Thank you, Zelda, for that. Alright. With that out of the way, it is time to get back into the desert and hopefully get as close as we can to the town or whatnot. But we only have about 10 minutes left, I want to say, of this session. Oh, we could do something to end this session with. Blow some trees. Yep, break some trees. Because because right here is actually where we need to go for the from the ground up quest. So, Chuck, wood and trees need to come down, baby. Need some wood. Hey, don't go away from it. Oh, that Goron was not phased by the bomb. That's actually pretty shocking. Wow, that Goron's not very phased by it at all. That's interesting. Man, okay, that woke you up. Not a tree landing on your head. Wow, Gorons are very durable if they can last a tree landing on their body. I'll tell you that. That's impressive. I'm not gonna lie. No, not just that we're gonna blow up some trees here. No, but the chest here, and there's also Gerudo here. But I think we have to wait until the daytime in order to actually get a hold of her. So let's find a way to find ourselves to pass the time. Yeah, she's asleep right now. To the afternoon. Afternoon time as a parent. And the blood moon had to happen at that exact same time. Ugh. That means all those people, that guard I just killed that phased into the ground is now back and live again. Break these trees. I need some planks of wood. Got 15, and we know we're gonna need more of this. Hoot! Break all the stuff. Ooh, palm fruit. Gladly take that. Hiya! Get some more trees. Need to kill all the wood. Let's also talk to the person we need to talk to. We need to find a Gerudo that wants to change some places. Savosa. Who are you? You are a Vo, aren't you? I am. Why? No. I bet Mama would have a problem with a delicate Vo like you. Oh yes, I'm Rondason. I hail from Gerudo Town. The search for the love of my life, I'm so exhausted by it. Search? I don't know why I'm even saying this. It's no business of a honey like you, but I'm constantly being bothered by my mother not having found the love of my life. Why the rush? Huh? No, you don't know. Really? It's incredibly rare for a male to be born of the Gerudo. For our own survival, as a people, we travel to find husbands. I prove myself as a gifted tailor, but none of the Vo I've met seem to appreciate a well-hammered garment. I was hoping my craft would help me find a mate, but it doesn't seem like there's much work for a tailor around here. I wonder if there really is someone there for me. Hey, why don't you go to Tarrey Town? Eh? What is that? So abrupt, too. Let me hear the details. Hey, it's a building uptown. They're looking for a tailor, and I think you could fit the bill. Hudson in Tarrey Town needs a tailor. It's something, I suppose. The Acalia region is kind of far away, but maybe I need to travel. Getting far away from a village full of Vi. But it's not like I'm accomplishing anything by staying here. I can continue my search in Tarrey Town. Thanks for all the information. I'm going to go home and pack a huge bag. It'll be a long journey all the way there. I'll no doubt see you again in Tarrey Town. No doubt. I think we'll make ourselves that way too. Of course it's always raining here. Why would it not be raining? Ugh. Actually, oh, and it's lightning too? Fine. Now, the bow I have is metal, so I'll put this one on. And the Guardian Shield. Alright, now we're safe. We're safe now from the lightning. Let's see here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Goodness, lightning is scaring me right now. Why did that not blow down the tree? Hut. Blow trees down. Let's see, I've got 38. I'm just trying to make myself be more than enough. I think it's either 30 or 40 now that I'm going to need. Because again, you have to go. You just need all the wood you can get to make sure to. I think I've got enough. No, 39. We'll get one more piece of wood here, and then we'll head over. Because we'll be at 40. If we're at 40, we should be good. Yes. All right. Should be fine in that regard. Cuckoo! Hope you can handle lightning. Come on. We're out of here. Let's get to Tarrey Town. Do 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 do. Hoping I get hit by the lightning because we're finishing the Tarrey Town. Not now, but still we're one step closer for the town to be finished. Do 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 do. Also, I can get my orbs and upgrade my health, because I always need it. Tarrey Town. Hey, Hudson. Hey, buddy.
Ooh.
Hey. You found someone from the Gerudo. Thank you. She was able to patch every last hole in my work clothes before I could blink. She's pretty, amazing. And since her name is Rondinson, I have no objections. I hear she's dedicated to continue putting her skills by opening a clothing shop. You just stop by and say hello. Well, next is, So before more people could move here, we need more homes. So we get 30 bundles of wood? I got that. Here we go. I brought them, which is probably means 40 next time. You're a lifesaver. Here you go. Well, next is, It's fine something like a town around here, but exactly what we need to set up some distribution. I'd like to get a general store up and running, but there's no one with the connections and the qualifications to run it. You think you'd keep an eye out for someone to strip in and run a general store? So, traveling traveler. Oh, that's a good thought. Rito can fly around, so they should be able to retrieve and deliver supplies. Good luck, you'll need it. This seems like a real long shot. Oh, and one last wrinkle, In accordance with the official Bolson construction policy, that someone must end the name in Son. If you run into someone that fits what I'm said, send him here to Tarrey Town for me. We will. Next time, though, unfortunately. We are out of time, but I'm going to get our spirit orbs up. I want to max out my hearts before I get stamina up again. So, let's upgrade our hearts, and then we will call it a session there, folks. A lot of stuff got done this session. We got all the memories. We're finally in the last region where we can find the Divine Beast. The last one of the bunch. And we'll be making our way towards completing that Divine Beast eventually soon. One more orb and a heart container for me, please. Thank you. glass heart container there. And yes, alrighty. Well, that's gonna do it for us, folks. For the YouTube exit, thank you for watching, and next time, well, I say we'll, since we know of a Ritu that was looking for to make up a design store himself, we might visit him next time and maybe actually finish up the Tarrey Town quest alongside it. And then we'll go into the desert next time, maybe at this point, and factually get into the Von Naboris. We'll see. But until then, I'll see you guys around for the YouTube exit. See you around for another session of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Revisit!